Hello, and welcome to another episode of Raw Arse Readings with me, Marisa from Marisa Moments, where I give you channeled messages mainly from your ancestors, but they're also from angels, saints, spirit, universe, God, Gaia, however you want to refer to it. It's your truth. Live in it. And we're going to be shooting from the hip here. So if you are sensitive and if you're not ready to take accountability for yourself, then this might not be the reading for you. But if you are and you're ready for change and you're ready for healing, then keep listening because ancestors got something to say. And here it goes. So I just got a word for you. And it came straight to my heart where I want to run, I want to jump, I want to scream. Here's the thing. What I receive is that you're not living up to your potential. You're not. You're just not. And you know this. I'm not telling you anything that you don't know. None of these readings, none of these messages, none of these words, good words are any type of news to you. But it's just a reminder and confirmation, right, of what you already know. But what I receive is you're not living up to your potential. You're being lazy, right? Now, this isn't an attack. This is just real. This is just a raw reading directly from my heart to yours, from spirit, from God, from Gaia, from ancestors, angels, and saints. Because it's time for us to wake up, right? What I'm receiving is that so many of us have all of these gifts, right? So many blessings upon blessings upon blessings, and so many abilities is more specifically what I need to share with you. Because you know you are already tapped in. You know you have messages from the great divine. You know you are just intuitive as intuitive can be. But then there you are. What I'm being shown is a little mouse. Right now, of course, yes, this message is just as much for me as it is for you because I am not left behind. Right. But what I'm receiving is that I see this little mouse that's being very sheepish, very coy, right? Very demure. But what I really receive is that mouse is just a front. It's just a facade. It's just what I hear is almost like a coping mechanism or a means of protection and self-preservation, right? Because growing up, any time you tried to speak up and speak out on your truth, it was shut down. Every single time. What I see is a child who walks up to a door and starts speaking and that door immediately shuts on their face. Almost to the point where it hits them, right? Where you're taken aback. You can't even get a word in edgewise before you're getting shut down and being reminded how silly you are, how little you know, right? And now, just as a side note, let's just address this part really quickly because what I receive is that those adults who are shutting you down were very insecure. And now let's break that down a little bit more too, shall we? Because who is insecure made insecure by a child when you are an adult, right? You don't have to demean a child in order to feel larger. You're already larger in shape and form, right? So for those adults to have diminished you and intentionally done things to put you down, to make you feel like you didn't have a voice worthy of being heard, that speaks volumes on them. And also speaks volumes on you because you were larger than life when you were just knee high to a grasshopper. But I digress because Spirit made sure that Spirit wants to make sure that you understand that part, right? So that way you can understand this part of saying that it's time to stop being that shy mouse. You are no longer that child on the opposite side of the door getting it slammed in your face. No, you are full grown, you are full developed, and you no longer have to lean on what I see as weak sticks, right? Let's say you hurt yourself. What does the doctor give you? A crutch to walk with, right? For support. Yes, as you are a child, as you are growing up, you do have to lean on certain people and you have to depend on certain people and they become your crutches in a way, right? Because they support you. However, what I also receive and what I'm also seeing is that was the weakest crutch that is ever known to man. Is basically the equivalent of you breaking your leg and the doctor giving you a twig and saying good luck and Godspeed, right? But somehow, some way, you still manage to heal. You still manage to mend those wounds and you still manage to walk tall. And not only just heal, but you recovered in such a remarkable way that the doctors are still talking about it to this day. Now, of course, I'm talking in analogies and things like that, but maybe it's literal too. I don't know your life, but Spirit does. So that's why Spirit is reminding you that you need to step up. You need to start tapping into those gifts. You need to stop shying away from speaking that truth. Now, of course, no, we're not operating within our wounds, because then that's going to be a false truth, right? That's going to be based off of your own hurts, your own just accusations and things of the such. Instead, what you need to do is start working on that, leaning into that healing and speaking in that truth, because you know, and I know, and we know that a lot of the downloads that you receive come from the clear blue. And those are the case in points where God is speaking directly to your heart and you don't even know where it came from. Well, I'm here to tell you that's God. That's ancestors. That's angels. That's saints. Don't be afraid of it. Speak on it. Speak on it. Speak on it. How many times do I have to say it for you to hear me and understand and actually apply it? Angels and saints and God and Gaia and all the universe is saying that now is our time. If not now, when? What special sign are you waiting for? Because low key, God has already been presenting signs left, right, and center, and you acknowledge them, but then you keep it moving. The same way you do with affirmations that you say, oh, that's cute, and then you push on and keep doing the same things over and over and expect different results. Let's talk insanity, shall we? Anywho, I'm not going to keep rambling on, but I hope you get the message that I'm putting down, because point blank period, you got to start stepping up. This is your time. You are not crazy. No one is going to slam the door in your face. Tell your child self that it is safe to speak now, because the company that you keep has changed. And if it hasn't, then maybe this is also your reminder to start looking around yourself to see if this is the audience that you need, if this is the audience that will encourage you as opposed to continuously slamming that door. At this point, at this stage of the game, it's up to us to pull ourselves out of the environments that no longer foster and encourage growth. Instead, tap into those divine abilities. Use them. No, you won't lose them, but use them. And they will continue to guide you in the direction that you actually want to go, as opposed to where you feel you're supposed to be. Now, chew on that for a little bit, because I'm not going to keep going. That's it. Woo! Okay, so I've said a mouthful and you've gotten an earful. Hopefully you've gotten your message. Now remember, we only take what resonates and leave everything else to the wayside. Everything's going to apply differently to everyone. So don't think this is a one size fits all type situation and circumstance. If it doesn't fit today, maybe it'll fit tomorrow. So just keep listening and keep applying all of the readings and all of the downloads as they suit you. And that's it. So until next time, peace and happy healing.